What is, oh my goodness, what is up, y'all? And now I am back, and I just put my camera in the worst spot again. I can't even see up here. I guess I don't need to, though, so that's fine. But, so, what I ended up trying to do is I added a field set just because I wanted to see necessarily how that would look. And then I gave my H2 and my button an ID. I had a feeling, I was like, I'm forgetting something with my button. My button needs an ID, and it also needs a class, to be honest, so I can contact it. So, and then on top of that, I gave this one an ID so that it pops up as the affirmation, because I guess this is supposed to be necessarily the affirmation. But we're going to end up changing that a bit in the future, because when I end up adding CSS, I'm going to be showing y'all, well, I'm adding CSS right now, but I don't really know necessarily what I need to add, because that's going to be the one part that I'm going to actually get help on, because I don't know how to add affirmations to have them pop up through CSS. So, now we have this H2 ID. I do need to give this a class, but I'm just going to straight up call button, just so I can also contact that. And after that, I think everything else is pretty good. The only thing I don't like, though, is I gave it the field set, right? And I thought it would have looked nice, but I don't know. I personally don't like it with the field set. So I'm actually gonna get rid of it. See if this ends up looking better. Yes, this is the way that I just want it to be, because I want to put it in a whole box. So let's hurry up and jump into, this is why my face can't be right here. I think I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing at the top. I forgot. Oh my goodness, my throat. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna turn my camera off real quick so I can just see. I'm sorry, y'all. But we're gonna do dot. We have to start with, let me do the container. And I'm just gonna basically write everything out so I can show my face. So we gotta start with container. We gotta do emotion. And then I think I can put my face back, but just in case, emotion. Already got those. And then button. Are those the only things? Am I missing something? There's no way that those could be my only classes. A text, online center. Not too sure if that's something that we need as of right now. We're gonna do like padding of 20px. I'm just gonna write a couple of things real quick. Just because I need to see necessarily what we got here. We got border. And we gotta do border radius. Real quick. Let me just see what that is looking like. Alright, perfect. That gets everything in the middle. Everything is still working. I don't know if I need to do text align though. I probably could erase that, but honestly, we're just gonna keep it there for the time being. My border though, my border needs to be, oops. I think it's outset, right? I think it would be outset or solid. I probably do solid. Let me see, what does solid look like? I'm thinking. Okay, that's not bad, but I think I want it to be, is outset even one? I think I want it to be outset. Yeah, I always like it when it looks like that. I need to change the width though. I could probably do fit content. No, I'm gonna do 80. I'm gonna do 80%. I'm gonna do 80%. I don't know why my text on mine isn't working. Oh, stupid me. Alright, let me go see. I want it a little bit smaller. I don't necessarily need it to fit content though. What makes it smaller? Is it if I go lower? Is it if I go lower? Okay. That looks a bit better. That actually looks better. 20%. Okay. Then we're going to need to round my corners. So 10px, 10px, RGBA, type in 0.5. I think I needed to put black somewhere, right? Put black here. Never mind. I don't like that. I do not like the black. I think I'm messing up with my border radius because I'm stupid. I wrote what I need to write in box shadow. And then I need to paste everything I just put. And that should hopefully, yes, there we go. I'm stupid. Border radius is what rounds my corner. I think I normally do 5px. for that. Yeah, that don't look too bad. That don't look too bad. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I'm trying to do it like I said as the image has it. I probably should have screenshotted it because I don't know what the image looks like anymore. Let me see if I can find it. I honestly might not be able to, but this is something like how. Oops. This is something like how the image looked. Where is it? Sorry, y'all. Okay. Yes. So it's not necessarily this big, but I could probably change that. This is good. Maybe I could switch it. Maybe I'm going to change this one to H2 because they can't be the same size. And then maybe make this one H3, or I could possibly just change that to a P, to be honest. My face back because I can see everything. I don't know if I'm missing anything for my first one, but we'll see as I go through. So I'm going to, the text is perfectly fine. So with emotion, I think I would want to make the words look better. So I'm going to do like font size. I'm not sure if it's medium, but let me just see how large looks. Yeah, large don't look too bad. Large don't look too bad. The only thing I'm realizing is that this is in the middle. Like, I like the button in the text, but I'm noticing that I actually want this all to the left. Because I'm trying to, like, get the image. So maybe if I do margin, maybe margin left and margin right. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that pushes it. But the thing is, though, if I margin left, if I margin right, wouldn't it go inside my button? I didn't even move when I did that. What if I do, margin left negative? Yeah, see, it'll go right in my button because my buttons aren't moving for some reason. I don't know how to fix that. So, what is it just without it? It pops all over there. So I'm not too sure. I know maybe I could probably go back up here and make that text on line left and then target the ones I want. Let me close this out real quick because I have a text on line center. Let me see if that is what makes that be in the center. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's all I had to get rid of. Okay. Yes, everything else looks fine now. Everything else looks fine. I like that. Okay. Perfect. Good guess. Good guess right there. So I wonder if I still need the margin. So we got font size, and then I kind of want my font family to change. I kind of want to do, how does impact look? How does impact look? No. I don't know. I don't know what I should do, but like for some reason it doesn't look too good. Maybe like this. Yeah. And then I'm thinking maybe, I think up here it looks fine with the way it looks. Show affirmation, we could do a little button. So let me see. I could probably do font weight. Oops. What style? Italic. No, I don't need that. I can probably do font weight and do bold. How is that looking? Because then now it stands out. I don't think we need that. Because now it stands out more. Are my buttons still there? Sorry, I have bad memory. That's why I always jump back and forth. Well, why are my buttons still that color? Oh, wait, no, we fixed it. Okay. So, now let's target this button. We're also going to need a button. Actually, what am I doing? Button. Hover. I'm going to want the background color to be, I'm going to make the button straight up blue, so the background color needs to be light blue when you hover over it. And then the word's going to be white, so I'm probably going to do color black. So it's like light blue, black. And we're going to go here. The background color is going to be straight up blue. This is probably going to be too blue. And then the color is going to be white for that one. But I do want the border of this to look a certain way. Let me see how it looks so far. Yeah, so it looks pretty good, but I want the border to look a bit different. See, when you hover over it, it looks like that. I think that's pretty sick, brother. That is pretty sick. But I do want the button to be a bit bigger. Am I able to do that? Am I able to change the width of my button? So I think up there was 20px because I can't see it. So I'm probably gonna do like 10. I want the width of my button to be okay. That didn't help. Is it possible to change the width of your button? Is it possible? I don't know how. I might have to end up looking that up because I want my button to definitely be bigger. Oh, I'm in hover. What the hell am I in hover for? Let's see, 10%. I'm trying to do something like crazy. Did I close that? Yeah, I did. Alright, let me see. Oh, okay. 10% is too small. 100. That's gonna pop off the damn screen. Oh. That's actually pretty good. I'm probably gonna actually do 75. The thing is, though, is I feel like it needs to be like thicker. Is that with padding? Yeah, I'm gonna do it 75. I'm trying to do it like closely related to the button. I want to do 50. I think 60 might be exactly where that is. Yeah, perfect. Now I know how to round the corners, but how can I get that border off? Like, would I do border none? Let's see, what if I do border outside? Does that change the border? Okay, it does. So I don't really want a border, so I think I'm gonna put border none. I'm gonna do border none. I don't know why this popped up so damn far back. And then border. So I don't know what's going on with my throat, y'all. Border radius. We're gonna also do 5px. See how that looks. I'm gonna do 5px there. Now hopefully it's rounding our thing. Yes it is. I still want it to be thicker, so I'm assuming I probably would do padding, I think. Px. I don't think that's margin, I think that'll be padding. I think margin just moved. Oh, I did that. Damn. That was perfect though. Let's do 15. Let's do 15. 15 is still too much. Let's do. Oh, did I not? What the hell did I change to 15? Because mentally I did. No, I want it to be a little bit smaller. And that's a little bit too damn high. Can you move down, sir? We need some space. Okay, that's perfect. But it definitely needs a margin. Because I don't know why. If you're doing all that, let's give it like a margin of 20px. See how far that goes down. Okay. That's a little bit too down. We're going to end up switching that to 10. Perfect. But I like it. I like it a lot. I said that looks pretty good. I do want to change the font. So I mean the font in there. I don't know where to add that font size, and we're gonna do large. I want my font and then to look pretty good. There we go. Show affirmation. And then lastly, oops, we can ignore that. Lastly, I need to do font family. I don't know what family that is. Should I do the same one? Show affirmation. Yeah, I think I like it better looking like that. You're doing your best. Alright, so I think I'm practically done. But now I just want to style it a little bit more. And then I'm going to show y'all when I end up asking ChatGPT or Google how to necessarily make it to where with CSS, when you click one, an affirmation pops up. I think I already have the code for it, but we'll see. So as of right now, I do want to change something. So I'm going to close my camera out. And I do want to add the body here. And we're going to do background color. I'm not too sure what color we should go for. What color should we go for? And then I want the container as well to have a background color. And I feel like if that's going to be the color, we need something that like pops. I don't know what color to go for. Whatsoever. I always liked me a cyan color, but I think cyan is just always so bright. especially with that background. Actually, you know what background I could probably do? I could probably do Snow White. I think that's what it's called. Snow. Oh, I think it's just called Snow. I mean, hey, referencing Snow White is goated. Yeah, I think something like this looks alright. Affirmations. I honestly think I want my thing to curve a little bit more, so I think I'm gonna go with the 10. I want that to curve a bit more. Yeah, that looks way better. That looks way better. Like, still interact. I wonder how can you get these buttons to be a certain color? I wonder if they're gonna end up telling me, because I really want that to work. And I got this clickable button. Well, not clickable just yet, but I think that looks beautiful. That looks so beautiful, in all honesty. Another thing is, though, what if I want this whole thing to be in the middle? I think I would have to pad it, right? I think it would be the padding 200. Oof. Not the padding. I think it's the margin. I think margin is set to auto. I don't really remember how to margin that. Would it be 200 px? But no, I think I just move it to the... Oh, okay. It kind of would be, but then it's like... Then what? Do I do something like this so it can go to the right? I don't know how that works. No, that just moved it more down. So what I do like 0? How the hell do I get this to the middle? Is all I'm trying to say. So what if I did that and then I do this? I'm gonna figure it out. I'm probably just gonna ask ChatGPT for this one because I think I'm onto it. I just don't know how it works. What the hell did I even have it to? Oh, I had it on auto. Maybe there's a center. Yeah, no. Auto is goated. Or what if I do auto and then I do 200 px? So it keeps it. Maybe 200 px is too much. Try it one more time. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I don't get it. I do not get it. Unless I do another margin and do like margin top 200 px. So now it's in the center. You're moving. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I just did that, brother. Stop playing with me. Don't know if that's the center though, but hey, we're there. How does that look, y'all? How does that look? I think it looks great. I'm obviously going to end up sending that to a place to end up seeing if I coded the CSS right. I mean, I think personally it looks good to my eyes. But let me go and see if it's possible for me to add necessarily what I'm trying to add here. So basically what they're saying, to have it pop up, if they can show me, is I'm supposed to write, hold on, give me 1 second. So they're basically telling me to make div classes like this towards the end. And I guess this is going to be the way, but I don't know how this is going to work. So I'm just simply trying what they're saying. Then this one would be set. And I don't know how, like, I'm pretty sure you people obviously wouldn't do this because this is just straight up using CSS. Of course, I think you would just use JavaScript. This is going to be the anxious message. And then we're going to end up switching with these. Oh, I'm translating everything. And so, yes, when I'm get this part done, I'll show y'all. Now, listen, don't come for me because I do know that it's not good to use hashtags here. And obviously, it's not good to do this with CSS. You're going to want your button to actually work. But I do not know JavaScript. So I just wanted to basically just add this part in. Obviously, when I do once JavaScript, I might be able to come back and fix it. But I feel like by then I should be making better projects by then. So I ended up having all the div classes like this. You open it up and look at that. Now, as soon as you click one, it pops it up. It's okay to feel down. You are not alone. It's okay to rest. You're doing better than you think. Breathe. This moment will pass and you're stronger than that. I actually really like this. Like, I think I'm going to write down how I did that and try to remember it because I think this is pretty sick. Of course, you know, if I were to do JavaScript, I would click happy. Then it would be based on the show affirmation button, but you can't make the button work. So these is what is making that pop up. I really wish I'm wondering, is there a way for me to change my radio button color? I'm wondering. Let me see. Alright, so I figured out how to change the color. So basically what I would do is I would target the input. I also heard that doing stuff like this and same thing for the body is also not so good to do it quite often. But yeah, so the only thing I really needed help with from ChatGPT was getting this to pop up, and then also obviously my little message system. But isn't that so sick how you got this button doing that? You click on it, now it's blue and it has messages. I think that is beautiful. I definitely feel like though these messages are probably a little bit too small, so I'd probably target them and make them a little bigger. But for one of my projects, I think I did pretty good. So let me know, did y'all end up enjoying this video? I'm going to end up taking some of these notes so I can remember it for the next project that I make, so I don't have to necessarily ask for some help. But hopefully y'all ended up enjoying this. I just wanted to, like I said, make a project in front of y'all just so y'all know I am making projects behind the scenes. But I'm going to make sure that I do put them on my YouTube as well, because I don't want people to, be trying to follow along and like study with me, and they aren't making projects because I'm not, or they think I'm not making projects, but I really am. Because a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, it's just like, I think like a couple people that were afraid that I may have fallen into tutorial hell because I wasn't making stuff on my own. I just think, like I said, for me, I just know what I can do and what I can't do. So I feel like what I was really trying to do this past week was really target CSS, because it was something I couldn't understand. And I know some people would say, just play around with it to figure it out, but I don't think I would have been able to figure it out, which is why I needed to do like that little thing I was doing with ChatGPT, which was, I would tell them what I need, or I'll tell them to make an HTML code and then let me style it so I can learn how to style it. And then, or I think a couple of times they would show me what attributes to use, which I really needed because I didn't know how, like when they would say round the corners, I didn't know what attribute rounded the corners. It took ChatGPT to show me border radius is what rounds it. It never gave me the number. I had to figure it out myself. So I used to put a bunch of numbers to figure it out, but I would have never known that border radius is what rounded it. And now I don't have to look at that no more. Now I just know. Now I know box shadow. For a while I didn't understand what the hell I was typing in box shadow. But then the more I started doing it, now I know exactly what I'm typing in box shadow. And so I feel like I was doing what necessarily would help me learn. I know a bunch of people are different, so maybe you guys felt like if you guys were to do it the way I did it, it probably wouldn't be teaching you. It would feel like you can't do it on your own. But I mean, as y'all saw, I was able to do this on my own. The only time that I was, like I said, looking down was simply because I have an image of what this looks like, which I would pop on the screen, I think, as soon as this video starts, and you will see you would have seen it last video as well. And then the only other thing that they helped me with was the color for this one, and then obviously getting these words here. But other than that, y'all saw me pretty much do everything on my own, and I think that's just amazing to be able to show my progress to you guys, especially, just in case, because I don't want no one to think that I'm stuck in tutorial hell. I just know what I know, and I know what I don't know. So I'm trying to learn what I don't know, if that makes sense. And as you can see, man, I've been learning. I've been able to make this, and I could practically make a bunch of stuff like this. The only hard thing, I think, for me is pretty much like things outside of this. Like eventually I do want to try and make like the page in Google and see if maybe I can replicate that. That would definitely be like a goal, or make a page of somewhere just to see if I can replicate it. But I think so far, being able to make a little bit of like an affirmation thing, I think is pretty sick and pretty cool. And I wonder if it's possible for me to add multiple messages, but that would probably have to be done through JavaScript, I'm sure. But that's pretty sick, man. So hopefully you all ended up enjoying this video. Comment down below if you liked this project specifically. Deuces.